What's up, Divine Souls, and welcome to my channel, the place to be for philosophy, spirituality, and self-empowerment contents to help you on your spiritual awakening. So let's get to it. Now, in this video, I will be talking about the philosophy of Ra. And this definitely will be a video series on my channel because the philosophy of Ra, the Law of One, goes super deep. And I absolutely love it, and I believe this can really enhance and help you on your spiritual awakening. So let's get to it, and the first part of the series will be, who is Ra? We must come to know the teacher first before we can dive into his subject. Now, who is Ra? Ra is of an advanced civilization originally from planet Venus. Ra is an ancient old race, approximately 2.6 plus billion years old. And that's way, definitely much more advanced and old than humans. Now, Ra is of the 6th density, while human beings are only of 3rd density. You might not know what that means, but just know that the higher the density, the more advanced. And I will cover in depth on this subject matter in the next video. So, let's continue. Now, Ra that I speak of is also the same Ra from ancient Egypt, the sun god Ra. They are the same. And you see, Ra visited planet Earth around 18,000 years ago, and finally walks amongst men 11,000 years ago in ancient Egypt. To do what? To teach the Law of One to the ancient Egyptians, and to also help build the pyramids so that they can use it as a healing mechanism to heal their body, mind, and spirit and balance themselves. And during Ra's stay with the Egyptians, Ra later found out that his knowledge and the pyramids were being taken advantage of and were only given to a select few, a select elite group. And that was a no-no. That was not Ra's intention. Ra intended to teach his philosophy of the Law of One and give the pyramids to everyone, not just a select elite group, okay? So when Ra found that out, Ra decided that it was best that he leave. So that way he can't be taken advantage of anymore. So he left. And although he left physically, Ra still remains with us spiritually, for Ra feels obligated and also is a very humble being that wants to help humanity. So he remains spiritually and then trying to figure out his own way of teaching the Law of Ones to the human race without it being taken advantage of and without it being distorted and manipulated. So later down the road, a group of team called the LL Research Team that specialized in ufology and channeling did a channeling session and back in 1981 and ended up contacting Ra's consciousness. And Ra's consciousness came through one of the members and spoke through her to the team. And lo and behold, the team knew that they got something special. And from 1981 to 1984, they continued to work with Ra. And that was how the philosophy of Ra, the Law of One, came to be. Ra taught them through this channeling, taught them the Law of One. And to summarize the Law of One, it basically was just a teaching that says that everything is one, that we are all one. We all come from one source, one infinite creator, one being, okay? And to do harm to other self, to someone else, really is just doing harm to yourself because we are one. And that's his philosophy and his teaching of the Law of One. That's just, so, yeah. That's who Ra is, and that's what his philosophy is all about. And if you like what you hear and you want to learn more about it, you can definitely feel free to go check out LL Research Team's website. You can just Google LL Research Team, and you can read the books online. just know that it's a big ass book, and it is a difficult read too. So you probably will have to read it multiple times to try to grasp it. Otherwise, you can continue to stay tuned and subscribe to my channel and hit the like and turn the bell notification, because I am going to go in depth and into the series of the Law of One, and try to make it as simple and understandable as possible, and as least distorted as I can make it. Alright? So, yes. Until then, I'll see you in the next. And remember to never dim your light and let it shine, for you are divine. Peace.